Yo, what is going on, everybody? Real Diversity. We're back with another video. Hope you guys are having a great day. But first, we're gonna open some packs. But I'll continue talking as I do. So we're gonna be playing. I have to look at the decks. I haven't ran in a minute, and I got so many decks that I just switch. I'm just like whichever one um feels good today, I'll run. But I must say, I've had extreme luck. I have not wealth on this game, but I've had extreme luck in pulling a lot of cards. And when I say cards, I mean EX specifically, because you need two to make a deck, right? You need two. So I've been fortunate enough to get two of some. It was like four psychics in a row, right? Oh no, three psychics. So I've been pretty. I don't think I even. Okay, this must be my second right on, because I don't remember. This is my second right on. So let me see. So I'll just go to my decks real quick. As you can probably know by the video, we're gonna be playing with my Nine Tails deck, and I'm gonna talk about that in just a second. But I've been fortunate enough to not have wealth on this game, did no welling or anything like that, and have managed to build these decks in a reasonable amount of time, which is a little under 2 months, I believe. So first deck I got was Machamp, but I started with the Mewtwo pack. So I believe the first deck the game gave me a free Sandslash deck. So getting Machamp fit right just like nicely into that. So we got him first, pretty much was our first EX, and then I think we finally just as you guys can kind of look in order with some of these, maybe not so much. We got Gengar, we had a Koga deck, Blaine, which we're going to play today, Dragonite. I was really stoked for that too, so I was actually happy when I finally got it. And then we got Charizard EX, and for that takes a lot. You need and like we pulled two. We just pulled these. Like I said, no well, just opened with the amount the game gave us. Looked up, got two Charizard EX special art, and then two Moltres a few days later. So yeah, we managed to build a few decks. Pikachu finally had managed to get two of those, and like I said, Gengar managed to get him, and Blastoise and Venusaur are the last two EXs that we managed to get very recently. So we made two decks of that. So we just been lucky. We got all the Kanto starters. We've been lucky enough to get pretty much every deck I've at least wanted to play. We haven't gotten Mewtwo yet, but I'm not like, that's not a deck I'm pressed to play. I know it's like the meta right now, so I'm not really just into playing the meta decks. But I do like, just I do like during like the tournament time, especially the new one coming up. I think I get 5 wins in a row. I do like to use a competitive deck, but here, this is a great deck that you guys maybe also can use in that tournament, which I plan on trying and using, because like I said, I think this deck is so consistent, and I think it has the answer for just about everything, and that is, like I said, this Blaine deck. So this is probably, and I'm leaning to title this the best budget deck in the game, but I really don't like calling this a budget deck because it plays so well. Even though these cards are ones you get fairly easy, fairly early, especially if you're maybe opening up a Charizard pack or something like that, you get these fairly quickly. This deck still is very, very good, and you also still, I feel like Blaine is not that easy to come across, so I feel like that also is another thing to kind of note. But yeah, this deck plays really, really nicely, and we have been enjoying it, dominating. I think, and go check out my other videos for this deck, where I think we pretty much like went like 5-0 or something like that. But I got a few decks that I've done that with, just kind of went on winning streaks. But this one here, like we were able to beat, I want to say twice, fully powered Mewtwo EX. So we were able to beat fully powered Mewtwo EX, like just because we had the right cards at the right time. We had Blaine when we needed him, and we were able to just take out Mewtwo. I think, and when I say full power, they got Gardevoir up. When Mewtwo gets Gardevoir up, it's pretty much almost a wrap. But we managed to beat that. So, anyways, first thing we're gonna do, I'm gonna run through this Venusaur event just to show you guys how good this deck is, and because I need to play one of these, and then we're gonna go into the battle. Unless we just got extremely bad luck here, this deck plays really well into this, so this is also a really great deck to run against this Venusaur deck. This is the one I've been using, and you can, if you want, literally use this deck. Hopefully you guys managed to see all the cards. I think I scrolled pretty slow. You guys can pause and look. But it is I'll just take out 2 Ponyta, 2 Rapidash, 2 Vulpix, 2 Ninetales, 2 Blaines, 2 Professor Oaks, 2 Pokeballs, which is pretty standard. I think it runs 2 X-Speeds, 2 Sabrinas, 1 Giovanni, and I think that's it. We intentionally don't run potions on this deck because at one point we did. And do we... No, I'm saying, do we knock you out with a Blaine next turn? Which we do not. I'm going to have to maybe Sabrina him next turn in hopes that we can get a Vulpix. No, even Sabrina won't help here, so. Actually, and if he actually gets lucky here... Okay. Yeah, I'm saying if he actually got lucky, we actually died there, so. This is interesting because if I Sabrina here, if Bulbasaur comes in, that's almost a wasted attack. If Lilligant comes in, that would be ideal, but I don't think he's gonna throw Lilligant. And I really don't want him getting some lucky flips. So I wonder if we should just... Yeah, because once Lilligant comes in, we're going to be in trouble anyway, I think. So let's see what he does here. If he's slow, okay, perfect. That's exactly what I want. I was like, if he's slow enough, he'll throw Lilligant out. And even at worst, if he does retreat here, hopefully without an X speed, if he just throws energy on the Lilligant, he's guaranteed to... okay, he just does retreat. Okay, that's fine. This Kangaskhan, he's hitting today, but normally it's low odds with him. And I really need to see something. All right, there it is. I really need to see Vulpix here. Or at least another Ponytail. But since we already have 2 Ninetales, I'd rather have seen that. And... yeah, I almost want to take my chance and just Vulpix there. If he gets 2 hits, that's a knockout. But I think, again, okay, that's fine. We're not scared of that, but one thing that does scare me is he's gonna be able to come in. Okay, okay, great. We live to fight 2 more days. All right, Farfetch in just to take a hit. I'll save because we did double up on him. I'll save that X speed. No real reason not to have used it there. But I mean, we had already pinned extra energy on Rapidash. This is just to survive Lilligant next turn. And then we'll come in and one shot it. Oh, he comes straight out with V. Perfect. Perfect. Yeah, that doesn't matter at all. That was a waste of Erica. And he just, yeah, the computer's so slow sometimes when on here. That's why I don't always like to play autopilot. But if you do put it on, you can definitely leave it on auto and you will still win with this deck naturally here. But the CPU does a lot of foolish things, I must say. And we'll just blame here for funsies, in case Erica comes out. But this deck, this expert deck does not run potions. Just because I think it has too much other stuff going for it. I was going to say, he might get his other Venusaur up. And he may actually... Okay, that's fine. And say we don't even have to do anything else here. And this is what I would, if I wasn't already finna win here, I would do this, make that play. Um, so, but that's game. Easy enough, fair enough. You see how consistent it is. Ninetales is up. Blaine does. I can talk about this deck all day, but this deck does really well in pretty much everything except for Starmie. Starmie isn't that popular, especially I think with Pikachu, but you definitely, this is probably definitely the biggest threat to this deck is, I think, if a Starmie deck gets set up, it is Starmie one shots easily everything. And so yeah, it's pretty much in that, in the Articuno. I think if Articuno can actually if the Articuno can actually get like a good Misty, then you're in trouble really early. But if not, if it's attacking on curve, then you have a really good chance of contesting there. But yeah, any water deck, obviously, just because of that weakness. But I feel like most of the water decks are so strong, like a Articuno, or that even they're most decks are gonna be in trouble anyway in those situations. If they get a good Misty, or if they're just getting like all the cards they need. Starmie, I've been waiting. That's the one EX I don't actually have that I really have been wanting and looking forward to. Oh, I thought this was Professor Oak. I was gonna say really nice solid opening hand, but no Oak here. Really want to see Ponyta here, but even let me see what. Okay, good. I was saying I still need X speed, regardless of that. Okay, another full picks though. I'm not complaining, but I'd rather definitely have seen a Ponyta there, just so next turn I can actually start attacking. It sucks we don't one-shot Zapdos though with a Blaine. I'll let the Vulpix in front take some hits. Of course. Okay, now we get Ponyta. Oh, Farfetch actually. Yeah, and just in case he Sabrina's us for, I have no clue why he would, but oh, I guess I could have put it on this Vulpix and went for the coin flip, but that I don't like, don't ever play into the RNG on this game, because it will stab you pretty much in the back consistently. Oh, okay, he's going for it. That's fine. Oh, he does. Okay, he did. Okay, that's the one thing I was scared of. I was like, if he Giovanni's here, then we're SOL. But because that actually don't, and you got those do matter, especially say he gets lucky here next turn with his coin flips. Say he gets lucky on those coin flips, like most of them do get when they use I could. No. Darn, if he gets like 2 heads though, that would suck. Let's see. Let's just hope RNG's in our favor here. I don't like 4. Like, he just needs 2 out of 4 hits, but I think the odds are against him right here. That's fine. You still get 1 shot in next turn. Which actually, another good thing is if we can pull a second Blaine. If we can pull a second Blaine, we'll also be in range. No, that still won't be enough. So let's see. Let's see how lucky or unlucky we are here. Okay, good sign. Good sign. All right. Woo. Good stuff there. All right, so now that puts us in a really good spot because he cannot. He might even. Okay, no retreat. I'll say he might even retreat here. Or I concede, but that's fine. He's in a rough spot. I wonder if this is a Pikachu deck. Let's see who comes out next. Honestly, too, no matter what he does here, I'm gonna force Electrode back out. So even if he plays Pikachu and picks Pikachu front center to take a hit, which he can, Electrode is free to retreat here. Which is why I run Electrode and Pikachu, just because it has that reason. So he may retreat into Zap to pick, yeah, because he go, yep. I wonder if he has another EX. That would suck though. Because he can definitely peg me to death here. Yep, he could peg me here. Then he would eat a attack. Then he could peg me again, and he would knock out Ninetales. And then he would be in a good position to hit again. But really, I would start. Okay, he does Sabrina's here. A red card would suck here. Okay, that would wait. Dude, he looks like he simply forgot to attack there. Unfortunately, won't be able to show off my cool Blaine art to him, but we'll just have to settle for the easy win here. Yep, concedes. Again, consistently, you can get that one. Like, hitting for 90 so early is good. The only drawback to this deck, I think, outside of matchups, type matchups, is the fact that you are, when Ninetales is rolling, you're stuck with just hitting with Ninetales. So sometimes, if possible, put extra energy on him. So that maybe you can start powering up another Ninetales, or at least one thing I like to be able to do that puts me in a really good spot is if I can have Rapidash out there and I can get a knockout with Rapidash, I will go ahead and get that knockout, because then I can set more energy onto my Ninetales. If I can get two Ninetales within, like, you know, if they can come out and attack immediately, that's what I want. Two of them ready to go. That is super hard to do. Most of the time you're gonna need to stall one turn with a Rapidash, typically in that situation. But if you can go somehow, like early game, your Rapidash is able to get some knockouts early game without you needing to use your Ninetales, then please set up. And we're going first, which I don't hate. I think Farfetch's here. Sometimes I quit. Sometimes he used to feel really, really good. Not so much now. I wonder why I still keep him here. Oftentimes, though, when we don't have that stage one, he feels even better. So, and also no farm. That's why we run 2 XPs. Most of the time, it's no harm, no foul. We can pretty much move anyone out of any spot at any time. So it almost, it's never, and he's also I would say good, somewhat of a decent stall until Vulpix comes out. But us going second, oh, he's really here. I remember now. When we go second, we're only hitting for like 20 or nothing with Vulpix. So it's really good when we're able to hit for 40 turn 1. So, all right, good. I live to see that. If I had Giovanni here, I would probably just go ahead and power up Ninetales. Which I probably should have still did anyway, but... You guys think we can pull Giovanni? Now, we only have 1 Giovanni in this deck. We used to run 2. We used to be 2 Blaines and 2 Giovannis, 1 Sabrina, but then we changed that up. Why do I feel like a Lucky Misty's gonna come about? Okay. Good. He just needed 1, too, and I think, yeah, he would have... Well, I was gonna say, if we get a Blaine here, we win. Of course, we don't get the Blaine when I need it. That's fine. I don't know if I should be giving him the knockout here though, but it's already too late. I already put the energy on. Um, I've already put the energy on him. Oh, he's done for. Do you like? I would imagine you start putting energy on your Squirtle this turn. My thought, yeah, okay. Just my thought there. If he gets a good roll here, I'm gonna Sabrina the Squirtle. Go ahead and get real lucky here. Actually, that's almost scary enough for me. Actually, what's War Turtle's health? Is War Turtle at a is he at 90? Yeah, I'm kind of scared of this Lapras though, but I'm trying to think. Is War Turtle not 8? He's 80, right? 80 health, right? So. Yeah, I probably should have avoided the knockout there. Sometimes with this deck I get lazy, but I think one thing, the big thing about this is you can with the amount of X speeds, the low retreat cost, you can keep kind of jumping around, and even that one may matter in the end, especially even if you got like a 20 HP Rapidash on your bench, that's fine, most of the time. So yeah, okay, War Turtle comes out for 80. Unless he has something to hide behind, which even if he did, it wouldn't matter here. But I was gonna say, unless he has something to hide behind, there's no point in yeah, if he could have got that Squirtle out just a little bit earlier, this would have been a more competitive match. But also again, Misty too. It's like Misty's fun. That's why when I built my Blastoise deck, it doesn't rely on Misty to work. When Misty does work, or if you can just get one, it feels really great. But yeah, if I remember correctly, I knew War Turtle was like 80 HP, I believe. So, because I'm always when I'm using my Blastoise deck, always seem to be in a position where War Turtle has to come in and survive a hit before I can move into Blastoise most of the time. Was that our second? That was our second game. Yeah, the first game was minus the Venusaur match. The Zapdos was our first matchup. Going second, okay, great. This is when Farfetch feels really great, honestly. This is when he really feels good. Hmm. Uh-oh. Good. If he had Starmie EX already, we would have been in kind of big trouble here. Had he been smart enough to put that on, I don't know if he had Star Me though, but I would have definitely threw it on Star Me though. But I really wish we had Giovanni last turn to get a knockout. Hmm. Yeah, Giovanni would have been really great because now I'm scared of a few things. Hmm. Oh, great. Hmm. You know, I can already tell now. This match is gonna depend on. Oh, my phone. Hold on. Here's how we win this. It's gonna depend on the coin flip. Unless he just gets unlucky and doesn't get the star me. I would imagine here he plays star me just because he like in case he does get star you, just in case he does get star me. If he did get lucky, here's what's gonna have to happen. We still have a way of winning with Vulpix. If Vulpix can get the heads, and then in that turn that he can't attack, then we just Sabrina him the next turn and we win. Unless he manages to get a second Greninja up now. That would be crazy, but unlikely. Very interesting. Well, we pray for an X speed here or something. X speed us, Professor. Oh, great. Okay, good. Perfect. Well, that saved us a big headache there. And again, that's why we run 2x speeds. That it just works really well with this deck. It lets you just kind of get to where you need to get to. That same issue with Ninetales needing 2 and like every time it attacks you gotta keep feeding it. But so we got lucky there. One thing though, I think let me see. No. Well, he made a mistake there because honestly, had he had a star, yeah, had he even gotten star me next turn, he still would have lost that because we would have Sabrina him out of there. So he let our Ninetales survive. So that was yeah. I mean, that's all he could do in that situation. But we had him checkmate a few different ways. Yeah, Sabrina's so good, especially if you run a low bench. Like if you don't have big tankers in your bench or whatever, It's gonna be a long day, and we're going second, so maybe a Vulpix here. Really great hand. Always love to see a Pokeball and Professor Research on the first turn. That is almost can't ask for better. So, like I said, almost. I was getting lucky a few times with getting some heads, but most of the time I never hit heads. At least in the matches I really needed, but most of the time I have had a little bit of luck against the computer and stuff like that. A crown rare Pikachu and a rare Zapdos. All right, let's see what else we get here. Okay, I was kind of hoping for Farfetch, but against this deck, it wouldn't be the best, so that's fine. Then we got Oak here. Okay, great to see that, and we like cross our fingers that we get heads, and we also, of course not. That 20's not gonna matter, because once that Pikachu's up anyway, he's one-shotting us, especially with Giovanni on Rapidash. Okay, he just. I was really hoping to see a Blaine, but let's see. We still have a decent win condition here. We just really need to see Blaine in a quick in a hurry. But if we cross our fingers and he doesn't have Giovanni for this Pikachu next turn, then we're in really good shape. Yeah, I figured he had an X speed. Do you or do you not Giovanni here? Okay, great. That's exactly why we did that. And this is one of those rare times, like I said, you can double up and go ahead and set up 2 Ninetales. So right now we're able to set up 2 Ninetales. Unfortunate for him, he can't set up a good thing we went second here, but unfortunately for him, he can't set up a second Pikachu, which is great for us. He has to stall. And oh no. Wait, do we still? Yeah, we still Giovanni, so we're good. Unless he has 2 potions, that would have been terrible. Let's see what else though. But yeah, we Giovanni, so that's all we can ask for right there. One thing, I think if he gets lucky though next turn, I think he gets and paralyzes us. We can't attack, I believe, so. His life depends on a coin flip here, but even then, he's gonna have to attack us twice. Yep. Oh, he and he messed up already. Look at that. I didn't even realize he messed up until he conceded. But yeah, here's the thing. He was gonna have to put energy on, cross his fingers that he got me paralyzed, and then he really needed Pikachu. Cause we hit Zap already for one. We hit Zap, so he was already within a one shot range. And even if he potioned again, long as we saw Blaine or so next turn, which it was a good chance we were gonna probably see one of our Blaines in a minute. Are we still undefeated, guys? Again, look how consistent it is. Look if this was the tournament, what are we at, like 4-0 right now? So going second. Okay, can't ask for better. Vulpixes are really nice to see when you're going second. When you're going first, you like to really see Ponyta in the active spot just because they're Rapidash. Rapidash just feels bulky. 100 does feel really nice on this game, considering that only thing is we don't run potions, and the only thing is with that is the only thing that bugs me about me not running potions in the back of my mind, I'm always thinking about how, and good, we already got our Ninetales, so we're really set here. So what bugs me though about not having a potion is the fact that Mewtwo can two-shot us. He can two-shot us with his basic attack, and I don't think I like that for us. You know, actually, I think doing that 20 would have helped here. Well, we don't have Blaine yet, but all right, let's just avoid a pick here, and I'm happy. Great. Okay, awesome. I say no pick here. Zip Striker could come out, but then that's an easy knockout for us, so I wouldn't be mad at that at all if Zip Striker did come out, because he would have to hit Ponyta, because I actually think he can't even hit the active spot. Or am I thinking of Hitmonlee? I think Hitmonlee's the one that... So I think Zip Striker might come out here is what I'm imagining. But either way... Or do you just sacrifice here? Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Yeah, but he's not gonna have time to set nothing else up though. Oh, and he goes for the Ponyta. Interesting. Was he just that's interesting. Now I'm kind of curious as to if I want to save that Ponyta now that he has some damage on it or not. Yeah, he's such a bad spot right now. Such a bad spot, honestly. He needed one extra turn there, so. All right, what is that like? That's 5-0, I think, right? I could be wrong. Minus that Venusaur game, I know we played 5 matches. We might have played 6. I'm not sure. Hopefully you guys been counting. But yeah, man, this is the deck I'm running. Day one of that next event where you gotta get 5 wins in a row. I've been preaching this deck is super consistent. It gets online quick. It doesn't take much. If you go second, a lot of people complain that going first is pretty much like losing. I don't feel that way. I feel like going first has its perks. I think, and that's another thing about this deck. It works well going first, second. It doesn't matter, because if it goes first, then you get Rapidash. You're already online hitting for 40. You know, flame damage, and you're also, good thing there's no weaknesses on. Like if weaknesses was a thing on here, then some things would be scary. But yeah, since you know, you're online, you're at 100, you're bulky, that's hard. That's usually gonna be 3 to kill for most things, unless they can set up like a Starmie with, you know, a Misty, or a Articuno with Misty. Those are the only ways you're really gonna be able to take down this deck, and that's already a big tight mismatch anyway. So that's the only thing is, if If you go against a water deck and they get lucky with Misty, it's a wrap. That's like the only weakness to this. But everybody else, Pikachu easy. We one tap Pikachu with Blaine. Mewtwo. If they're idiotic enough to play Mewtwo and let him tank some hits, it's over. If they keep him in the back, and then it's a little bit more challenging, because it's always gonna be a two hit for us to knock out Mewtwo. But typically, with the right hand, it won't matter. Like, it really won't matter. It's gonna, like I said, be 2 to kill him anyway. But yeah, so yeah. If you guys did enjoy this, man, thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe. This has got to be the best. I don't like calling it, but it's the best budget deck in the game, because I mean, you just don't get better than Blaine. Fire decks are really strong, and I think they definitely need to, look at some other types and boost them up. I think fighting's kind of lacking. I think grass definitely feels kind of like it's lacking, but yeah, just because every grass like Pokemon just doesn't look that. The only like bad fire type I think is Salazzle, just because Salazzle should be, in my opinion, like Sandslash. Salazzle should be like 100 HP and doing 70 with 2, I think. But Salazzle does 60 with 90 HP. So I don't, it just doesn't feel that great. So I don't know who would run it, but it's an option, I guess. But even in this deck, I would run Magmar over it, because Magmar also is at 80. He's at 80 HP. Still needs 2 energy to attack, but he also fits with Blaine. The reason we don't run that, you guys may be wondering, why don't you run Magmar? Because he hits for 80 with Blaine, which is sometimes that threshold does matter. Especially, it's been often times where I'm like, man, if only I could, that 70 just doesn't feel like it's enough. That 80 right there, that 10 almost it beats. It's a lot of thresholds that hitting for 80 can overcome. So I think the reason we don't run Magmar, I took him out I used to run this deck with him in it. I took him out real early for Farfetch, because he felt so clunky because of his retreat cost. If he didn't have a 2 retreat cost, he would be in this deck. It's simply because he needs 2 energy to retreat. So it feels so bad that sometimes you either have to just let him die or waste some energy on him for him to retreat. And that already feels horrible with Ninetales, losing energy after every attack. So it just was a bad partnership, and we just really didn't need him at anyway. Only good thing about him was he was a basic Pokemon that worked with Blaine. So he was, didn't take any real setup, just took some energy. But yeah, other than that, and then you couldn't do nothing with him until your second turn. He was just bad. So that's why we definitely don't run Magmar. But anyways, like I said, if you guys did enjoy, like, thumb up, subscribe, please, and we'll be back with more, man. Pokemon TCG Pocket has been pretty fun, even though I made a kind of a rant video the other day. If you guys want to check that out, just talking about some things that they should definitely try to improve on. But other than that, yeah, the game's great. Also, if you guys are into Marvel Rivals, I have recently releasing. I've been streaming on there. I think my Twitch is linked somewhere, but my Twitch is like Real Diversity 0. If you guys want to watch some of that, I'm gonna upload some of those videos on here for you guys as well. But if you guys are into that, check out those videos too. Anyways, man, Real Diversity, we're out. Peace.